let's talk about the one thing that actually determines whether your digital art is making money: profit margins. I know talking about money and math can be a little scary, but it's better to know now, hopefully in the beginning of your journey, than further down the road if you're actually making money. In this video, we're going to go over what profits mean for digital artists, how to calculate them, and some easy ways to raise your profit margins without raising your prices. Hey friends, I'm Cynthia from Doodle and Design Studio, a digital artist and certified chaos queen, here to help you figure out the business side of being a digital artist and turn that into some digital products you can sell. Today, we're going to take a no stress look at profit margins, how to figure yours out, and what actually affects them. All right, let's start at the start. Do you know what profit margins are? Profit margin is simply what's left after you pay all of your fees. So say you sell a $10 product on Etsy and you have $1 in fees, your profit margin would be 90%. Digital art can have some really awesome profit margins, and they can be way bigger than physical products. The profit margins, that is, not necessarily the income generated by said products. Because I'm sure, as you can imagine, a digital print is going to sell for a lower dollar price than an original artwork. But with digital products, you can create it once, and then when you continuously sell it, most of that is going to be profit. But knowing your margins is going to help you set smarter goals and determine your future goals as well. All right, let's do a quick cheat sheet style breakdown. On Etsy, you're going to have about 8% of fees. That's going to include your listing fees and your transaction fees. So it's going to be about 8% out of your product price. On Gumroad, it's going to be between 10 and 30%, and that's going to depend on how the customer found you. If you bring the customer, they charge you a little less. If they bring the customer to you through their search, then they're going to charge you a bit more. A site like PayHip, on their free plan, it's going to be a 5% transaction fee, and it's also going to be a processing fee from like Stripe or PayPal, which is going to be another 3%. And then if you have a store on your own site and use something like I do, like Subtrio, it's going to be your fee for all your services, but it's not going to be a per transaction fee, but it would be like words. What is it? Like the processors, like Stripe and PayPal, and that's going to be around a 3% fee. So say, for instance, if your product was $10 and your fees were, your profit would be about $9. Now, that's not the end of our cost. That's just the beginning. So let's talk about all the hidden costs that you don't think about. And these are going to be things like design software, mockup tools, and time. Hello, time. So let's say you're spending $15 a month on Canva Pro and you're making 10 sales, that's $1 a product. No, it's not. That would be if you were spending $10 a month on Canva Pro, but I feel like Canva Pro is $15 a month anyways. So we need to keep in mind our platform fees and our software fees as well. So let's talk about easy ways to improve our margins. This is going to hopefully give us more return on our investment, but not cost our customer anymore. So we're going to start with batching. We definitely want to batch our products, and that can mean a couple of different things. You can make one product, say an invitation, and then turn that into multiple designs. Or it could also mean making one art and turning it into multiple products. Bundle your listings. I forget to do this all the time. It's like, come on, you're just leaving money on the table. So bundling your products is going to give you a bigger dollar purchase, and it's going to give your customer more value too, because when you bundle, you normally give them a bit of a discount, but they're actually purchasing more. So you're going away with higher profit margin. And this one should really already be baked in, but in case it's not, you want to make sure you have an automated delivery system, that you're using instant downloads, and so you're not responding manually or putting in items manually for each sale. With most online platforms, they're going to have a spot where you upload your file once and then the customers just download it, and that's all going to be automated. So please, I wouldn't want you to do anything else that could be. I guess if you were using like Facebook Marketplace or something like that and sending individual files, but whew, that sounds awful. I like to aim for a 70% profit margin on my digital products. So that's going to mean even after fees, I would keep $7 out of a $10 sale. And if I'm consistently not able to do that, then I need to look and see if I'm underpricing or overcomplicating things in my batching or in my artwork process. It means I need to dig a little deeper. And this is something you would need to track with. You could use a simple Google spreadsheet or something like that. Digital art is one of the few places where you can even imagine getting a 70 to 90% profit margin. It's pretty awesome, but you're only going to know that if you're actually tracking. So check your fees, make your adjustments, and move forward confidently. And remember, we're not working on perfection, we're working on improving and getting better as we grow. Being aware instead of just running around with the wool over our eyes. When you know your margins, you can bundle better, price smarter, and actually pay yourself. And if you're still trying to figure out what your first product is even going to be or what your next product might be, you should go ahead and grab my free quiz down below. I'll put it in the description. It'll just take you a few minutes and get you on your way to making your next digital product. So, guys, I hope this chat made money talk a little easier and you really take a look at your numbers. And I hope to see you again real soon.